Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are right in the middle of the desert, to the east of the Black Galleon, in a small alcove creating a Thrall slave camp. This video was suggested by Dilly Troy on my blacksmith store build guide, so thanks for the suggestion. Seeing as this is a Wednesday video, this build is going to feature the use of mods. The mods in use are on screen now, and without mods it'd be fairly hard to make a slaver's camp convincingly like this, without building an actual prison or a whole complex. This build is designed to be something of a primitive slaver camp. Playing Conan Exiles in survival, attaining thralls for your base is one of the most important things you can do, so what if NPCs did the same, just to sell them to others? That's basically the whole concept of this base. While slaving is big business, this is one of the more primitive and smaller camps situated in a small alcove underneath a cliff, to ensure the camp is nice and tucked away from any of those honourable types. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, we'll need to clear the area of trees and rocks, as this area is particularly full of these. You could leave some trees up to make the build look a little bit more visually interesting if you wanted to, but I chose to remove them all, along with the regular and iron rocks around the area. There are a few dead fish in the lake and they can't be removed for some reason. However, it doesn't really matter too much as we can build around or over them as with many small scenery items, so they're really not an issue. Next, for the main platform area above the lake. This is going to be an area that holds caged prisoners away from the main body of the camp. We start the platform with a circular base, then building out from there to create sort of a crescent-like shape, clipping into the cliff behind the platform and extending out into branches from the platform to the edge of the river, connecting to the ground with stairs. The actual shape is fairly hard to kind of explain, but you should be able to see it from the video. I placed rails around the edges of the entire platform, and then built an overhanging roof above said platform to cover it from the harsh sun. The roof is a partial one, covering part of the platform below. I constructed the roof by first adding a pillar and then mirroring the foundations below in a symmetrical fashion with ceilings, adding extra pillars where necessary to support those pieces. I then used tiled insulated wooden pieces to create the roof, mainly using wedge and corner pieces. I chose this material because I thought it looked a little bit more primitive than the other options, like reinforced wood, and also it has some nice hints of moss and decay on it, again adding to the sort of primitive or worn feeling. I used some walls to cover the gaps in the roof, allowing me to place inverted wedge pieces to cover the gaps between the wedge pieces I'd already placed. I then placed some more ceilings atop those walls, built the final pieces of the roof to finish the top part off, and then created a small overhang. Next, I built some fortifications around the entrances to the area. There are 3 direct entrances to this alcove, 2 fairly large and 1 quite small. On both of the larger entrances I used granite walls and gateways atop pine foundations to create a 4-high gateway, so that the slavers can bring caravans of supplies and slaves to and from the base, but potential attackers are also deterred by the wall. On the smaller entrance I did pretty much the same without the gateway, just basically creating a small blockade so nobody can get in and nobody can get out. Atop the walls I used tiled insulated wooden rooftop pieces again because of their primitive look and decaying features, which again suit the theme of this camp very well. I then laid out some of the camp area itself, placing a few different tents around the area, a few by the lake and 5 opposite the prison platform around a bonfire, serving as the main sleeping area. I also placed some black hand tents on the right side of the prison, which will be a gathering area where the slavers can eat and socialise. Finally, I placed some awnings on the walkways to the prison platform, and built a staircase going up to the smaller rock behind the main tent area, which will later be fenced off to prevent slave escape. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to of course furnish. Entering through one of the gateways, the camp is lit with bracketed and standing torches. This camp is fairly bare bones, only having the bare necessities for survival and upkeep. Heading over to the tent area, this is where the slavers will eat and socialise, and also view executions of prisoners. I mean, hey, nobody said slavers were nice people after all. Heading up the stairs, this is the prisoner punishment area. Fenced off with palisade walls, this area contains a large wheel of pain, where resistant prisoners are broken before being sold off to potential buyers. Any prisoners attempting to escape from this area will find themselves surrounded by a large fall on all sides. The rock is quite high up, and if you fell from there, you'd definitely break a leg. Finally, the prison platform itself. This area is where prisoners are kept in small cages awaiting sale, with each prisoner being allowed out occasionally to push the small wheel of pain, ensuring their muscles don't atrophy and waste away inside of the cramped prison cages. Slaves are no use if they can't move after all. And there we have it, a thrall slave camp in the middle of the desert in the Exiled Lands. Thanks for watching, and again thank you to Dilly Troy for the suggestion. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, and don't forget to leave any build suggestions you may have in the comments below. More suggestions are always welcome, whatever they may be, so again, if you have anything, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to join our Discord through the link in the description, and if you'd like to support the future of this channel, the link to my Patreon is also in the description below, with various tiers giving rewards such as sneak peeks at new videos, Discord roles, your name at the end of videos, and more. On that note, a thanks to our patrons Sammy and Doomshade. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on my channel. There are plenty more Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.